what that means. Bible stories. Today, I'm going all the way back to Genesis, to Abraham. Let me see how many of you know this story. Okay, this was after Lot and Abraham had separated. Lot had gone to Sodom. And around that time, Sodom and some other countries, they used to pay tax to the king of Elam. You know, like when a king comes, wins you in battle and then says you'll be paying tax to their own country. That was what happened. So they had been paying the tax to the king of Elam for like 12 years. But in the 13th year, they now rebelled, say no, they are not going to pay tax again and all that. And then the king of Sodom went to the king of Gomorrah, gathered themselves, 5 kings in all. They now said they were going to battle against the king of Elam. So the king of Elam, he also had alliances with 3 other kings. So that was 4 of them from the king of Elam's side against 5 of them from the king of Sodom's side. And then they went to war. And in the war, they thoroughly defeated the Sodomites, the Gomorrah people, defeated them. In fact, 3 of the kings ran away. 2 of the king of Sodom and 1 other king, they fell into a ditch and all that. So the king of Elam entered Sodom, packed everybody, scattered everywhere, packed everywhere, everybody and their possessions, and took them and was going back to his country as slaves. And of course, Lot and his family were part of those that were packed. You see, this was not it wasn't only during the time when God was angry with Sodom that Lot needed Abraham's help. He needed it at this time too. And then while the king of Elam was packing them, one person managed to escape and he ran and told Abraham what had happened. So Abraham, he was there, and he also had some friends, 3 friends like that they were allies where he was. So he told them about it, they followed him, and then Abraham also armed his servants who had been born in his house. The Bible was specific, servants that had been born in his house. So he had raised and trained them. Every one of them that went, they were 318 men. 318 men. And they pursued the kings. Remember, there were 4 kings, though. The king of Elam and the other 3 kings that were his allies. Abraham pursued them. He caught up with them. He defeated them thoroughly and completely. You know, Abraham is not just a whole friend of God, okay? And he defeated them and rescued everybody that they had taken, and also took all the loot that they had taken, and he went back. That was actually the time he was going back that he met Melchizedek, the prince of Salem, but that's not our focus today. So he went back to Sodom, and the king of Sodom was grateful, and he said, take all the properties, take all the loot, just return my people alone to me. And Abraham said, no. He said he has sworn by God Almighty, the possessor of heaven and earth, acknowledging that it's still God that owns everything, that I will not take anything from you, so that you will not say, I made Abraham wealthy. You see, Abraham was still conscious of the covenant he had with God, and he did not want anyone to take the glory for what God was doing in his life. So he refused. He said, the only thing that has been taken are part of the things that my men ate. Only food that they ate while we're coming back. He said, then these my allies that went with me, these 3 men, said, just give them something. He said, but for me, absolutely nothing. So tell me, did you know of that story before? Now you know, and go and read up about it. I told you the Bible is fascinating. So now you know that Abraham was not only just a normal shepherd and everything, he was also a warrior. He fought. I'll see you again next week.